So we have a big breaking news coming out. Please share this video. Today is April 12, 2025. And welcome to the Real GS News channel. Guys, before I start, to give this video a big thumbs up. Once again, thank you so much for your support. This here will be my second video. Very important update. Panic shoppers in stockpiling frenzy as bustling US city braces for volcano eruption. Alaska on high alert. 300,000 are being told to prepare immediately. So experts in USGS are warning within weeks there could be a huge imminent eruption, and it could literally block the sun for days. Now, last time there was a huge eruption in that region, I think it was I forget what year it was, but the sky was filled with ashes for like a month. All right, so a lot of people are stockpiling. They're getting masks, N95s. They're preparing, and again, we need to pray for them. A stockpiling frenzy has swept across parts of Alaska as nearly 300,000 residents brace for a potential eruption of Mount Spur, located just 81 miles from Anchorage. So we're going to see what's going on here, guys. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Thank you so much for your support. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. If you can, please share the video. Most important, please pray for the people in Alaska. With memories of 1992, eruptions still fresh, locals are rushing to buy everything from tape to seal windows and doors to goggles, earplugs, N95 mask, and essential supplies like food and water. So you have a resident here, Chloe Turner, a resident of Eagle River, spent $415 at Costco loading up on grocery, batteries, protective gear, and pet food. Now the reason why is because if an eruption occurs, the stores will be closed. And it could be closed for like days or possibly weeks. That's why people are stocking up right now. Let me just show you some of this picture here. You can barely see it, but yeah, this person spent a lot of money. A lot of people is stockpiling, getting ready for worst case scenario. Alright, so there's been a lot of signs of earthquake happening in that region. Once again, guys, if this thing blows, it will literally block the sun, and they say that the population will not be impacted because this thing is far away from population, but the ashes is going to just spread all over that place. That's why they're telling residents to stock up and get N95. And make sure you have all the preparation you need. So you have, give me a second here, guys. Alaska Volcano Observatory said on Friday that volcanic unrest persists, citing about 55 earthquakes over the last week. Officials say the increased seismic activity is a sign magma is rising beneath Mount Spur, causing stress and cracking in the surrounding rock. Fearful Alaskans have since taken to social media to share their preparation ahead of the looming natural disaster. You have one resident, give me a second here, who posted on TikTok under the alias Freeze Dry Society, said she rushed to Walmart to get weird and random items to help protect her family from the toxic ash. So basically, face mask, N95, and goggles and gloves and stuff like that, because again, you don't want to scratch your eyes like this, and all of a sudden you have the ashes, and it will burn your eyes really, really bad. Same thing happened to Iceland. Some people were reporting, scratching their eyes and just burn. A very bad irritation. So, a volcano is supposed to erupt in Anchorage, Alaska. Am I prepared for? Am I prepared for said volcano? No, I'm here at Walmart today buying all of the things that I need to protect me from volcanic ash pouring all over the city. The user said while walking inside a Walmart store. All right, so once again, Walmart, Costco, you got all these people just going out and stockpiling. So some of these items are so weird and random, but they serve a genius purpose. People are very clever when it comes to this stuff. Now, the freeze dry food influencer said the first unusual item she grabbed was a roll of blue painter's tape to seal up any drafty areas inside her home. So basically, trying to seal up the whatever this opening gap, so that way the air, toxic air and gas and all that. Because when a volcano erupts, it erupts gas, methane, and that is also dangerous. It gives people headache and stuff like that. So again, it's very important to make sure all the edges are sealed. She can be seen grabbing several pairs of swimmer's goggles off the shelves to protect our eyes. In the event, anyone in her household will have to be outside while ash is falling. Now, volcanic ash can irritate the eyes, nose, and throat and cause more serious health issues for people with asthma, other forms of lung disease, and severe heart problems, according to the International Volcanic Health Hazard Network. So, guys, if you live out there, if you have like asthma and stuff like that, it's very, very important to make sure you have extra protection when it comes to breathing in. You want to get the N95. You want to get that. You want to stay indoors as long as possible. When this thing blows, you want to stay indoor. You do not want to go out there. You do not want to go out there. And it doesn't matter how far you are from this volcano. According to experts and meteorologists, this thing could blow, the dust could blow towards huge population. The dehydrated food enthusiast also grabbed silicone earplugs, Ziploc bags, washcloth, binder clips, pantyhose, rubber boots, an N95 face mask. I'm trying to figure out why the pantyhose. But again, I heard this for the dog or something. I don't know. I don't know what they're what they're trying to do in that part. So the Ziploc bags, she said, are for her phone and other small tech devices to help mitigate any possible ash intrusion. Now, while the washcloth coupled with the binder clips are supposed to be placed over interior car air vents. Okay, all right. To hopefully catch the ashes and prevent it from getting into the inside of your car. The pantyhose, a purchase which the influencer said seems so random, will serve as a similar purpose to the washcloth. As she said, putting the pantyhose over your air vent or air intake valve in your vehicle engine will protect filter out any ash that gets inside of there. Well, that could work because again, it's still blowing air, and you can't put a mask over the vent because the air is not going to get through. So with the pantyhose, the air does get through, but it does collect the whatever debris and dust, and that's very smart. It is, but you have to change that every time you drive. You have to change it. You cannot just leave it there and keep reusing it. It's like a face mask. You use a face mask, and then the next day, I mean, again, you don't keep using the same one over and over because you have germs and everything. And I remember people back then in 2020, they used the same face mask. I'm like, that thing is yellow. You need to throw that thing out. Man. All right, so once again, give me a second here. I'm gonna have to skip this one. It says here, while massive stockpiling efforts to continue to sweep the frigid U.S. state, others have issued stock warnings for those located inside the toxic ash zone. I saw a post circulating on Facebook yesterday, and it has some tips and tricks I haven't seen before. So I wanted to share with them, with you. Another user posted on TikTok. If you wear contact lenses, you need to remove them immediately when the volcano erupts. The user warned, adding that the ash will tear your eyes up. Now, the worry-stricken user also issued advice for dog owners in the affected area, warning followers to put swimming goggles on their eyes, cotton balls in their ears, and rinse their paws in water before bringing them back inside. I don't know if that works because I have many dogs. I put something on my dog. I mean, they just removes them. Putting a goggle, I'm gonna try that one. My pit bull, he's a very nice dog, but if you try to jump the fence, yeah, you really asking for it. But I might try, go to Dollar Tree, purchase one of those goggles and put them on it and see how he reacts. All right, so once again, it says here the worry-stricken user also issue advice for dog owners. And here's another thing too: do not leave your pets outside. Please do not leave your pets outside. All right, it's I mean, just imagine you staying out there and bringing in that air. Again, please bring your dog, pets inside. She also urged locals to drive under 20 miles per hour if they need to drive in the time during and after the eruption, stating that driving slower will result in less damage to your vehicle. That's very true. So over the last years, Mount Spur has been experiencing increased seismic activity, ground surface displacement, and gas emission, all of which are signs of an impending eruption. Seismic activity near Mount Spur kicked off in April of 2024, and in October, the rate of quakes increased from an average of 30 per week to 125 per week. Now, in a Tuesday update, experts at the Alaska Volcano Observatory wrote, unrest continue at Mount Spur volcano. Seismicity remains elevated with occasional small, shallow volcanic earthquake detected beneath the volcano over the past day. Now look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine that. You see the sky on the right side corner is light. Dark. This thing could happen, and boy, oh boy, it won't be pretty. That's why you have all those people just panic buying right now. All right, Walmart and Costco has put out their their updates that people are really, really grabbing their shopping carts and just preparing. Scientists on high alert as massive steam plume signals potential eruption of Alaska Mount Spur. And guys, if you have any you could throw an idea in the comments box so that way, because we do have people that follow us that live in Alaska. Just leave some comments and saying, hey, you could also do this and this and this. Again, there's a lot of people that live in Hawaii that follow us, and You guys could leave some comments, because I know you guys go through Kilauea volcano a lot, so you guys are well experienced when it comes to preparing. So you could leave some preparation positive comments in the comments box, so that way they could have some kind of idea on how to prepare. But yeah, that red box, that's the one. So the volcano's right here, and then people is in this area, if I'm not mistaken. That thing could blow and just. But again, according to expert, the population is fine. But again, it's the ashes. It says here, AVIL continues monitoring activity at Mount Spur for signals indicating that the volcano is moving closer to an eruption. Man. Since the beginning of the month, United States Geological Survey has detected hundreds of small tremors within a 30-mile radius of the volcano. Basically, underground magma is building up. This thing is just building up, and eventually it's just going to blow. Just like Iceland, and same thing happened in 2018, 2019, and you had Canaries Island, the Cumbre Vieja volcano. Since the beginning of the month, okay, I read that part, on April 2nd, a larger magnitude 3.7 quake struck near Petersville at 11:44 a.m., about 30 miles northwest of Mount Spur. This quake hit 65 miles below the surface, an earthquake depth that would typically be associated with tectonic plate movement. But since Mount Spur is showing other signs of unrest, it's possible that this quake was linked to magma rising from deeper in the Earth mantle. Scientists estimate an eruption could happen in a few weeks or months. In addition to continuous seismic activity, Mount Spur began releasing elevated levels of gas from its summit crater and a side vent on March the 7th. That means, again, you have a earthquake going on, and at the same time, there is signs of gas being released from its summit crater and a side vent. So that's two signs now. The next thing is going to be a huge eruption. The emission, give me a second. The emission combined with the earthquake and ground deformation has put scientists on alert. Once again, Alaska residents are stockpiling. 300,000 is basically right in front of that monstrous volcano. So panic shoppers in stockpiling frenzy as bustling U.S. city braces for volcano eruption. Yeah. So once again, guys, that region is on high alert. Give me a second here. Is there a state of emergency? Give me a second. No, they're just on high alert. But I believe they're gonna be in a state of emergency once it erupts. Um, Give me a second here. I just found something. I have to remove all these advertisements. Here we go. Panic buying sweeps Alaska as terrified towns brace for massive volcanic eruption. So Mount Spur, an 11,000 foot natural wonder in Alaska, is on the verge of exploding, says expert, and the locals are listening. As a result, those in the surrounding areas are rushing out to the stores to make sure they are prepared. if and when this monstrous does erupt. While Mount Spur itself is not populated, neighboring towns such as Beluga, Nikiski, Salamatov, Yonek, Susinta, and the city of Anchorage could be affected by the ash fallout. There have been 55 earthquakes in the last week, which indicate there is a magma under the volcano and that there could be a massive eruption at any time. Alright, so look at this. People are really buying some stuff here. People just buying these goggles. Hold on. $14.97? Nah. Is that the price? $20 for nah. Again, Alaska's US state. There's no way that's $20 for them goggles. You gotta be kidding me. And that looks like it's Target, right? Man, it can't be no $15. You could get that stuff in Dollar Tree for like $1.50. There's no way. That's absolutely no way. All right, so that's what's going on right now, guys. That is what's going on. People are really stocking up. So I'm gonna leave the link in the description box. Do me a favor, please, please pray for them. Pray for the people. We are praying for everyone out there in Alaska. Let me just go to the USGS earthquake map and see if there's any earthquake going on. Yeah, there's some, but not much. There we go. This is like the reason. I think it's this one here. But yeah. There's some crate going on. Experts are sounding the alarm. So again, please share the video. And again, we will be praying for the people out there in Alaska. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Once again, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer request, you send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ. For He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.